Shalom, everyone. This is Deacon Macc Woods, and I am a student here at King James Bible University. And today, I would like to bring part two of my teaching from last week, and it is entitled, Are You on a Holy High? But before I start with this teaching, there has to be a separation made. We here at King James Bible University, along with the house of the lost sheep of Israel, we are not binded to or connected with any Black Hebrew street camp Israelite organizations, nor are we binded with any one of the over 45,000 different denominations of Christianity. Neither are we involved with any Black power movements, any pro life movements. We stand alone in the teaching of God's word as he has commanded us in the sovereign 1611 King James Bible with the Apocrypha. This is the only book that we use to gain our knowledge and understanding of Jehovah. And now that that separation has been made, let me give a short recap of my teaching from last week. It brought out the ways we are to hear the voice of Jehovah and how we must learn to listen to his voice when it comes through his messengers. And I ended it speaking on going into the church buildings, which is something that we are not supposed to be doing. The last verse that I read um, was Hebrews, and we'll just go there so we could pick up. Hebrews 9 and 24. And it reads, For Christ is not entered into holy places made with hands. He's not there. His knowledge and understanding, it is not there. His wisdom, it is not there. You cannot take him into the building with you, which is what a lot of people will try to say. Well, he's in me, so when I go into the building, he's with me. So now you're more powerful than God. It's just ridiculous. But let us read, continue. Which are the figures of the true, but into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us. The church, those buildings, they are nothing but places of the world. They are, they teach you carnal teachings, giving you no understanding of spiritual anything. And we are supposed to conform to the Bible. But the church conforms to the world. Let me show you a short video of what I'm speaking about. Now, somebody, please tell me, what does that have to do with serving Jehovah? Absolutely nothing. They bring the world into the place of worship. Those buildings are influenced by what's in the world, not what's in scripture. They in there line dancing. It's about having a good time. Every single last one of them are on a holy high. They feel good for the moment. Then as soon as they leave, they back consumed by the worldly activities. Let us read. Let us go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, verse 36a. Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 36. And all we want is A. And it reads, flee the shadow of this world. So we're going to go here to our spiritual dictionary, and we're going to look at shadow. The image. So we are to flee the image of this world. Does it look like that they're fleeing the image of this world? Oh, okay. So you don't believe that they got that from the world. Well, let me prove that point to you. I have another video for you.
Lord have mercy. The wizard got them bang. Live in the building. I dance on my dance here. You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Get up by your seat. Let your body move.
They took a worldly song, boots on the ground, and they did the line dance to it in the place of worship that they call a place of worship. So, are they not part of the world? Are we told to flee the image of this world? Let's go to Romans. Romans chapter 8, and we're going to go verse 5, and all we want is A. For they that are flesh do mind the things of the flesh. That's all that's in there. That's all you see. They hold to the ways of the world. They bring the world into the building. When true servants of Christ are trying to kill the ways of the world. You see the difference? See, we trying to figure out, we ain't trying because we don't try, we do. We are working on killing the flesh, trying to recognize things in us that we're still holding on to that are of this world. But they bring it right into the building with them. They're not trying to flee the image of this world. They're not trying to kill the flesh. They enjoy the world. They enjoy the flesh. See, that is the difference between a true follower of Christ and someone going into them buildings that's on a holy high, that's on a feel good moment. It feel good in the moment. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Now I want to read verse 24 and 4. Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4. And it reads, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languisheth. Let's see what language means. Lame, weakness, languish, weakens, declines. So the earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world declines and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. They fade away. They have Anything of this world is temporary. But I must confess, I, Deacon Macc Woods, I am also guilty of being on a holy high. I have brought that attitude to King James Bible University. I have been at feast, one of the feast days, and I don't remember which one it was, but and really it was even before the feast days. But I remember I felt moved by the Spirit and told myself, I'm going to stop listening to hardcore hip hop, gangster rap. There was somebody doing the teaching in one of the feast days. And that came up on my spirit because I was heavily influenced by this music as a child. It helped mold my mind into thinking and believing things that I had never experienced for myself. Too Short, that's a rapper from the Bay Area. I know most people know him, but I know there's some who don't. He had me calling women out of their names and disrespecting women before I even had a girlfriend, which I shouldn't have never been looking for a girlfriend anyway. But you get what I'm saying. I was disrespecting women influenced by music. NWA and Easy E corrupted my mind before I truly understood anything. And we were at a feast day, I don't remember, and I just felt moved. I told myself, I'm going to stop listening to that music. I felt good in that moment when that teaching was being brought forth. I felt good. I'm like, yeah. But did I? After that, I went down. Did I? Nope. That's the holy high that I'm talking about. I felt good in the moment. And then when I got back into the world, I went right back to that worldly music. But yet, I call myself walking in truth. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 13, verses 18 to 23. So by no means am I saying that I am exempt. If anything, I'm worse off because in those buildings, they don't know no better. Here, I know better. We're going to start at verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. We have to see what this immediately. He said, so he said, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and immediately with joy receiveth it. Yet had he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulations or persecution arises because of the word, by because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. That's where I fell in at. Because I received it, got back out in the world, and I can't even say when I turned it on, I knew that I shouldn't be listening to it. I knew it because for me, it's it's more than the music. Because that type of music dictated my life. That's the problem. The problem is the way it fills my spirit. Now I'm old enough now that I know better and I don't do the things that I used to do, but that music was very much part of my criminal lifestyle. It was very much part of the way that I felt about women, and I didn't even know them. Influenced by the world. Verse 23. But he that receives the seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some as an hundredfold, some as 60, and some 30. Now, verse 23 is going to get a lot of people into that lake of fire. Why? Because they're looking at the 30 and the 60. Then they think they can hold on to some things. But we don't know what God's measuring stick is. So we are supposed to throw it all away. Anything that you are holding on to, that's of this world, and you ain't letting go yet, thinking the 60, 30, and 100-fold, and you just trying to say, I'm trying to make it in on that 30. Good luck with that. We are supposed to get rid of all of it. Anything that hinders your spiritual growth, and the only thing that could do that are the things of this world. Flesh. See, gangster, not just rap music, because you have some that ain't, LL Cool J, he don't do all that cussing and degrading of women and, some older stuff from the East Coast, some old Slick Rick and Houdini and, Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim. See, those guys that was early in the hip hop eras. It wasn't about all the stuff that we hear today. The West Coast messed it up. I know, you know what I'm saying? Pastor want to say California is a little old piece of heaven. Well, that little old piece of heaven got some corruption. And that gangster rap, they called it reality rap. Which, they're only rapping about things that went on in their neighborhoods. I totally get it. You rapping about what you see and what you've been through. The problem is I hadn't seen none of it and I hadn't went through none of it. But it influenced me. But we don't know Jehovah's measuring stick. And he tells us this. Let's go to the book of James. James chapter 2. Verses 10 and 11. And it reads, for whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So, thinking that you can hold on to that one thing, thinking, this ain't too bad. I can hold on to this. That fleshly desire, because you know the truth is, if you holding on to one, you holding on to two. You holding on to three. You holding on to four. See, it ain't no, okay, I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna let go of everything else. No. Get rid of all of it. This is why we should be aiming for 100% all the time. We can't compromise with the word of God, but something in our puny little minds always make us think that we can. I've done it. I'm guilty as charged. I enjoy listening to my music. It moved that worldly spirit that was in me. Let's go to Second Esdras. We're going to go back to Second Esdras. Chapter 4, verse 2, and I'm going to start at B. And it reads, Thy heart hath gone too far into this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High God. If you trying to hold on to something, you think you know more than Jehovah do. You have to. I thought I knew more than Jehovah did because I thought, man, it's just music. That was my reasoning. It's just music. But how can I be a proper representation of as a follower of Christ listening to that type of music? Full of degrading our black women, condoning the killing of black men, promoting drugs and violence and all these worldly things, which makes my worship in vain. Because I knew I shouldn't be listening to it. But I made up a reason in my own mind that it was okay. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verses 10 and 11. And it reads, But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations. My own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. Let's Look up. It's right there. Instruction, edification, fostering. So, for whoso despises wisdom and instruction, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. The reason that we have the spirit of Jehovah is to listen. We got to listen to the voice. And when my spirit, when I felt moved to stop listening to that rap music, that gangster rap music, let me put it exactly what it is. I failed to listen to instruction. I failed to be guided by the ways of Jehovah for my own imagination. Let's go to Sirach, to Psalmist Ecclesiastes, verse 3, chapter 3, I'm sorry, and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinions, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. All these verses, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about how I allowed myself to be on a holy high. Because remember, a high is temporary. That's why the drug dealers make so much money, because you got to keep on going and spending your money to get it, to get the high again, to get high again, to get high again. We shouldn't be on a holy high. That's the point that I'm making. Ephesians. Let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 5. And we're going to read verses 6 through 12. And it reads, let no man deceive you with vain words. That rap music, deceiving me with those vain words, they just empty. For because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit, for the works of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. So when that spirit was telling me I need to quit listening to that music because it hinders my spiritual growth, the works of the spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. I couldn't grow. I ain't gonna get no more growth until I get rid of that music. That's that knowledge of good and evil. That's both sides trying to play both sides, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Gangster rap music is very dark, very dark. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done to them in secret. It's even a shame to speak of these things in secret. But here I am, and let's be truthful. You know, black people. I'm black. I had a system in my truck, subwoofers, windows down, because I want everybody to hear me coming. So I'm playing it loud. But those words shouldn't even be spoken in secret. So if it's a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret, why am I riding down the street rapping to the lyrics in the song? But I skip past the cuss words. When they cuss, I don't cuss because I don't cuss. So I'm gonna listen to the music, but when the cuss words come around, I don't say the cuss word. But when he's selling dope and shooting the dude down the street for having the wrong color on, I'm rapping all that part. But I don't say the cuss words. See, my own vain imagination, my own thoughts, my own reasoning. Like that's being righteous. Now I know that there still may be someone who's still saying, man, it's just music. I know because I used to be that person. Just just stiff neck. Let's go to Colossians. Colossians chapter 3. We're going to read 1 through 8. And it reads, providing ye then be risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. We know that gangster rap ain't from above. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of God cometh to the children of disobedience, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Now, I know gangster rap is filthy communication. It ain't no way around that. Listen to an interview and they will tell you this is the way we communicate with our people. Hip hop. I could play some Scarface for you right now, and they trying to bust the only way we communicate with our people. Clearly, he says it. So we know we are supposed to get rid of filthy communications if we're walking with Christ. If we're living separated, Sirach, to some it's Ecclesiasticus. We're going to go to chapter 9, verses 15 through 18. And it reads, let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High. And let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glorying be in the fear of the Lord, in the desire of the Lord. For the hand of the artificer, the work shall be commended. Let's craftsman, craftsmanship, cunning, workman. Excuse me. For the hand of the craftsman, the work shall be commended, and the wise ruler of the people for his speech. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. I mean, these pretty much mic drops. When you go through these scriptures and you see how wrong listening to this gangster rap music for me. You have to come up with that on your own. I know I did. I had to let go of my own thoughts, my own strength, my own vain imaginations, because it made me feel good in the moment. Let's go back to Ephesians. This time we're going to go to chapter 4, verses 29 through 32. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. So let's say I was given a chance to minister to someone. Okay. I pull up at the gas station. I got music playing loud, you know, how I say I do it. Music loud, bumping. And I got it turned all the way up. I'm listening to some Sibo. That's another gangster rap artist out of Sacramento, California. Now I got his music playing loud as I pull up to the gas station. But I'm a follower of Christ. Let's keep that in mind. And as I pull up to the gas station, now there's a young man or a woman standing there at the gas pump or wherever, and they ask me for some money or could I put some gas in their car. So I began to put some gas in their car, and they began talking to me about things that they're going through in life or whatever, you know. They want to they want to get it right. They want a relationship with God. Now, how do I how do you think they will receive my message and I just pulled up and all they heard was a lot of cussing, gang and drug talk coming from my truck? Do you think that they will receive a message of the word from me? I know when I was a youngster, I wouldn't have. Now I know now to listen to the message and not the messenger. I mean, I get that part now, but I'm talking about as a young man. I missed an opportunity to give someone some spiritual advice to talk to them and tell them about Jehovah. Because when I pulled up in that gas station, I was just another man in the world. We should always be ready to give some godly counsel. And our walk at all times should reflect Christ. That includes the music that I let enter into my ears. Let's go to James. James 4 and 14. Whereas ye know what shall be, whereas ye know not what shall be of the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. So we can't think that we got time. We can't be out here holding on to things that we've already been led to let go of. We can't hold on to the very thing we're supposed to be getting rid of. And that's the ways of this world. All of it. And we're going to go to this last precept. And it's in Matthew. Matthew chapter 24, verse 35 through 24. I mean, Matthew 24, 35 through 44. Come here. And it reads, Heaven and earth shall pass away before my words shall not pass away. Hold on. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before, or in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other one left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch for that reason, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. For that reason, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Now we know that, in them buildings, they think that's the rapture, but we know better than that here. And although we can say that time ain't coming yet, and I don't think I'll be alive to see it. But do I actually know that? So the reason for me pulling them verses was for us to understand we are not promised the next breath that we take. So we have to take every opportunity while we have the breath in our bodies to let go of the things of this world. We are told to kill it for a reason. The Passover was so enlightening for me. I really understand that I have some things that I need to let go before I can cross over. I hope this lesson has helped someone get some kind of edification on something that might be going on in their life. That they might have the time to think that I got time to get rid of it. Or it ain't that bad. I can hold on to it. When the Spirit has already told you to let it go. Just let it go. Then this has been Deacon Macc Woods with King James Bible University. I bid everyone shalom.